In our last demo, we've run our application from Visual Studio, and in this demo we'll put the API in Docker and run it from Docker. Okay, so the first thing we need to do here is to go back to our project, other stream, backend folder, expand the product folder, and then look for the other stream.product.web API project. Here, let's right click on this, add, and select container support. Okay, here we leave everything as it is and click on OK. The file already exists on this. Do you want to rename it and generate a new Docker file? No, we want to override it, so we don't want to rename it. So let me click no. So we have our Docker file here, the new one, with our sub project or the class library project. Okay, next, let's go to our Docker Compose project right here. Right click it, select the Docker-Compose, right click it, and scroll down to open in terminal. Okay, okay, here we are. First of all, before we run our command, let's check the docker-compose.yaml and the docker-compose.override.yaml file. Let's double click on the docker-compose.yaml. We have this one. Our other stream.sql is here. Our other stream.product.web API is here. Okay, we don't need to do anything here. Now let's open the second one, which is the docker-compose.override.yaml file. So we have our other stream.sql server here, and then we need to handle the other one, which is the other stream.product.web API. Okay, let me go down here. This is not needed. And come right here. So here we need another stream. We can copy it from here. Okay, let me do this one. I have this one automatically. So, and we correct it. Okay, right here we have other stream.product.web API. Let's copy this one. Copy and paste it here. Other stream.product.web API. Okay, now we create the container name. The container name should be the same as what we copied. Let's just put this one here. Other stream.product.web API. Now we go for the environment. Since we are in development, we leave this one as it is, and the URL, we leave it as it is, and then we check our connection string. Here we have connection string underscore default connection. We have all this one. Okay, we can change it. In fact, let's go to our app settings.json in the web API project and check if we have connection string and then default connection. So when I come here, I'll go to the app settings.json. So after connection string, we have product connection. So let me copy this one. Come here to the override and change it from default connection to product connection. And we have server other stream hyphen under other stream underscore SQL server. Let's check if that's what we need. Yeah, other stream underscore SQL server. We maintain it like this. Let's leave this. So normally it should be a 1435 because that's what we have over there. Right here, we can go back to our app settings.json to confirm it. This is 1435. Okay, in my case, let me just leave it, remove it. It knows what we are doing. Now we have our database name, which is other stream DB. Let's confirm it, other stream DB, and then let me copy all the rest so that we don't miss anything. Okay, here we are. Let's go back and check if okay, let me remove this one. Now we have to let this one depend on the database, on the SQL server. So let me put depend on other stream.sql server. It depends on this one, other stream.sql server. The port here by default gave us the port down here 5000. Let me change it to, let's say, 4001, and then we are good to go. So this is our final configuration for the other stream.web API project for it to run in Docker. So this is it. Now let's go down to our terminal here and run the following command. We'll put Docker Compose down here. Let me do CLS to clear all this one and put here Docker Compose -f Docker Compose Docker dash what is this? Oh, sorry. So here Docker dash compose dash f and then Docker dash compose dot YAML dash f and then the override Docker dash compose dot override dash YAML, and then I put app dash build. Now here should be dash dash build, and let's press enter and see what happens. So now we have other stream product web API built, other stream underscore SQL recreated, other stream.product.web API created. So now let's go to our Docker file. So this is it here, and check if you have our other stream.product.web API down there. Okay, we have our other stream.product.web API here, which is running on port 4001. Let's check it in our browser. So let me open my browser. We also need to check our SQL server. So let me also open my management studio. The browser is up. Let's do HTTP localhost and then 4001 and then Swagger and press enter. Let's wait and see the outcome. Okay. Okay, so here we are. Now our project is running in Docker. You can see that we are actually not running the project here. So the project is not being run here, but then we can access it in Docker. Now let's hit our all product and see what we have. Get all products. So this one will tell us if the database is actually depending, if the API is actually depending on the database. Yes, now we have data. This is the data we created earlier when we ran the solution from Visual Studio. So we created this one. Now we are good to go. In our next module, we will try to deploy this same project on Kubernetes locally.